Some actions in these episodes are very dangerous. Attempting to recreate any of these may result in injury or death. Most events in these episodes were either simulated or performed by body doubles for the safety of the cast. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back everyone. Last episode we saw Floyd's time on the show come to an end. Who will be the next to join him? Find out here on Night Raven
Island.
The Screaming Gophers are significantly smaller than the Killer Bass, but that doesn't matter anymore. Starting next episode, the two teams will merge into one. There will be no elimination this episode. For now, the campers have been randomly assigned to different, temporary teams. Team number 1 consists of Jack, Jade, Ortho, Rook, and Trey. Team number 2 consists of Deuce, Igia, Melius, Sebek, and Vil. Comparing alliances from the Killer Bass to the Screaming Gophers really shows how different their experiences have been since the start of the show. One team has barely had to make the decision on who to vote out, and it really shows with their loyalty to their alliances. As for how everyone feels about each other, Deuce remains steadfast in his loyalty to Melius, and Melius recognizes and greatly appreciates this. Igia and Sebek are stuck together like glue. Trey wants to become closer to Jack, but unfortunately Jack feels the opposite. Jack does slightly get along with Ortho and Rook though. Vil and Melius also get along a bit. Rook and Ortho don't particularly care for each other. Vil and Deuce have had better days with each other as well, as have Trey and Rook. And to nobody's surprise, Trey and Ortho still hate each other. As mentioned earlier, today there will be no invincibility challenge. Instead, there will be a reward challenge. In the branch of disgustingness, the players will be given a 9-course meal of gross foods, 1 course each round. All dishes are guaranteed to be disgusting. The first team to finish a dish wins that round. The team that wins the most rounds will spend 2 days at a local 5-star resort and receive antibiotics for anything they may catch from this challenge. Round 1 begins, and all 5 members of team number 1 fail to finish, giving the point to team number 2. In the second round, 4 members of team number 2 do not finish, earning team number 1 a point. The third round ends with only Sebek being unable to finish, which gives team number 1 another point. The fourth and fifth rounds end with team number 1 earning the point in both, bringing their total score to 4 points. The sixth round, Jade does not finish eating, which gives team number 2 their second point. The same is true about Jack in the 7th round, which allows team number 2 a third point. All 5 members of team number 1 fail to finish in the 8th round, which makes the scores tied. The same thing happens in the 9th round, which makes the final score 5-4. Team number 2 wins the reward. After the challenge, Ortho and Trey get into a small argument. Ortho and Rook grow significantly closer afterwards. While away at the resort, Melius and Vil bond strongly, and Igia and Melius grow slightly closer. Igia and Vil get into a small fight. Melius and Deuce both leave their alliance to form one together. Since we don't have an elimination this episode, that's gonna be all from us. At least until the break is over, that is.
Hello there. My name is Azul Ashengrado, but you already knew that. Are you aware that 94.3% of viewers are not subscribed? So, to offer some incentive, we here at the Mostro Lounge are offering a discount. If you provide proof that you are subscribed to Ashdown Baby, you will get a discount based on the percentage subscribed. The higher the percentage of viewers subscribed, the greater the discount. Take advantage of this limited time offer and subscribe today for better rewards. I am in physical pain. Why did you make me do this?
Welcome back. Last episode, no one was eliminated. The teams are now one, and who knows what else will happen. We're about to find out, here on Night Raven
Island.
Ten campers remain. Not many. As mentioned earlier, the teams have been dissolved. It's now a free-for-all amongst the cast. Wait, what's this? Oh my, back by popular demand, it's Jamil. Also returning to the show, it's Azul. 12 campers, 12 potential winners. Let's see how everyone's doing. A variety of alliances are still in play, some more loyal to each other than others. As far as individuals go, Igeo and Sebek are inseparable. Igeo is also incredibly close with Jade. Deuce and Trey remain ever so loyal to Melius, and Jack has become Vil's right-hand beast man. Jack and Deuce loathe each other, as do Rook and Melius. Do I even need to say anything about Trey and Ortho? Now, to our more sensitive audience, please proceed with caution. We are legally required to inform you that no campers were harmed during filming and that most of these were actually faked. All that movie magic stuff, and some actual magic. Today's challenge will have the members, in random order, spin the wheel of misfortune to determine what torture they must endure. If they back down on a torture, or can't last 10 seconds, they are eliminated. If they pass their torture, they move to the next round. If they pass their torture without complaining, they can choose the next person in the torture, but if their victim succeeds, they are eliminated. When only 2 remain, if the next camper passes their torture, that person wins, otherwise the other wins. Vil goes first. He must milk an angry bull, and succeeds in doing so. Jamil is next. He has to jump over and onto skunks and rocks. He passes. Deuce is up next. He must survive in a log roll against Molotov the bear. He passes his challenge. Jack is the 4th to compete. He has to get a literal mud mask, which he does. Jade is next. He has to have all of his nose hairs pulled at once. He fails to do so and is eliminated. Igeo is 6th. He must sit in a barrel of lake water and leeches. No, he isn't sitting with the twins. He fails his challenge and is eliminated. Azul is next. He must be wrapped tightly by a snake, which he fails to do. Rook is next. He must sit in a kangaroo's pouch, which he fails to do. Melius is up next. He must wear wooden shorts while a woodpecker pecks at them. He passes without complaint and chooses Deuce to go next. Deuce must listen to his own voice. He fails and is eliminated. Trey is next. He must stick his head in the kitchen garbage, which he does. Ortho is next to compete and fails his challenge. Sebek is after Ortho, who also fails to complete his challenge. Vil is next, and he passes. Jamil is up next, and he passes his challenge. Jack goes next. He must have strands of hair plucked from his head. He passes without complaint and chooses Trey for the next challenge. Trey must listen to new age music, which he cannot do. Melius is next, and he fails his challenge. Vil goes up next, and he passes his challenge. Jamil passes his as well. Jack is up next. He must have his entire front covered in bees, which he refuses. Jack's elimination leaves Vil and Jamil as the final 2. Vil gets the final challenge, where he must get his hair cut with a chainsaw. He accepts and passes the final challenge, leaving him the victor. After the challenge, Jade and Melius get into a huge fight. Sebek and Trey grow significantly closer, as do Deuce and Rook. As for who is targeting who, Melius and Rook are going after each other. Jack and Deuce are targeting each other, as are Ortho and Trey. Jamil is targeting Jade. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the campfire ceremony. Huh? We ran out of marshmallows? Oh, this is gonna be good. How about we just go live with the confessionals?
Sorry Ortho, but this isn't a place for kids.
I just want him to be safe.
Who even let the kid on in the first place?
I think my answer is obvious.
It's not that I don't like him. It's that I just don't think this is safe.
Guess I'm voting Jack.
Jack has to go. One way or another.
Jack.
I'm so sorry. I have to vote Jack.
I was told to vote for Jack, so I will.
Désolé monsieur.
Voting Jack.
And with 5 votes for Ortho and 7 for Jack, Jack has been eliminated. Now, I know we've been spoiling you all with 3 episodes at a time, but unfortunately we only have enough time for 2 today. But, keep an eye out because more Night Raven Island is coming soon.
Jade, genuinely, no cameras around. What the hell? What do you think you're doing?
It's called winning, Azul.